Hi, English 121 students and friends. I thought I'd just take a minute to show you around our new changes on our website since we are going to this mode of online delivery. I hope you're enjoying spring break and excuse me. And I hope that everything is going to work out for us. I'm trying to give you as detailed of instructions as I can each time. So email me if you have any problems, and we will make a little bit of use of discussions here and there. Of course, the first use of discussions is going to be for your blog peer replies, but we'll talk more about that in a minute. So let me see. I'm going to be going back and forth between a couple of different files here so you can get a look at things, and I will post this in our welcome and start here module as well. So weekly, for an overview of the remainder of the semester, refer to the new schedule. And I'm going to actually email you one after I finish this screencast. And the new schedule is also in the welcome and start here module. So it'll show you what we're doing, and we'll take a peek at it in just a minute. I'm going to have due dates due on 4 different days of the week. I'm spreading them out so that you've got a little bit of extra time here and there, and so that maybe you can figure out the best way to pace yourself. Of course, you can turn in anything early if you want. And again, late work will continue to be 10% off the top. If you have extra problems though, or if the internet goes out or whatever, we might have to take a look at some different things. But for right now, we're just going to assume that this is going to run like any other online class that I would teach. Please note that these new due dates, say that 5 times, supersede any former ones. And I'm kind of dividing the assignments into major ones and minor ones. Major ones will be things like your blog posts and your essay drafts, and minor ones are what I'm calling exercises. So let's take a quick look at those. Let's see where I put them. Okay, hang on. I got to switch over here. What is it not doing? This is very informal. Here we go. Okay. So here's what the schedule looks like. It looks like the old one in the syllabus, except for I've changed a lot of things here. So we still have the weeks, we still have the days, like Monday and Wednesday, as if it were our class days. And then I'm showing you the topic for the day and some of the exercises. And then this is what is due when, okay? And don't worry, I'm going to also put all these due dates in the modules, so you'll get them there too. But this will give you an overview of where we are. So as I wrote you last week already, the student argument analysis essay would be due by Tuesday. Your project 3 post 1 on your blog by Monday night at 11. Then by Wednesday, you need to post your peers' responses. And then what's added to what I gave you last week is a couple of different exercises that you want to make sure that you post by Friday at 11 p.m. I made 11 p.m. the time for everything to be due, but of course you can turn them in any time before that too. So what you'll see is if I have exercises here, like I've got 2 here, so this is another student argument essay, and then here's one called Statistics and Number Battles, which I'll show you that in a minute. But notice how they fall under the category of exercises, and over here the exercises are due by Friday. Okay, so hopefully between these 2 squares you can figure things out. Let's see here if I can get us back to the other one. Okay, I'm going to take this one down, I think, if it'll let me. There we go. Okay, so next thing is that in each of the modules, you're going to find assignments. So just as I've had before in the past, your assignments and your due dates are in the modules. Here you're going to find more directions though on how to do the assignments, where to find the assignments, and also where to upload them. These are the kind of things we did in class more to explain things. So unfortunately, you'll have to just use my text. You can find all the files that you need to complete the work in the weekly modules and or the project modules. So as you know from the past, every time there's a project like the summary response essay or the compare contrast essay, I had extra files in a module with that name on it. And that's just so we don't have to clutter up the weekly modules quite so much. So I would say for whatever project we're doing at the time, make sure you go back and forth a little bit between that and the weekly modules. Okay, so let's take a quick look at what I've got up for the weekly modules. There's my mom and I. How about that? She's so cute. All right, so under course materials, of course, is where we find the modules. And let's go take a look at the first one. I've got weeks 9 and 10 ready for you. So that's going to be helpful. So from the 30th all the way through the 12th of April, you'll have that. Okay, so this one is has a lot of files in it, but mainly because it's got it's not dealing with our textbook pages as much, and so hopefully it'll be clear to you what you're supposed to do. So on Monday, March 3rd, as I already asked you to do, your blog post is due at 11, and I also want you to make sure that you've read chapter 14 through between pages 517 and 536. Okay, it's really important that you get an overview of the argument essay because we're going to start adding in elements of that argument essay each week. On Tuesday, reading this, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. On Tuesday, then, you're going to need to turn in the student argument essay number 1. So you will mark the thesis statement, look at the beginning of each new point that the author includes, and go through it and see how the points in the essay follow the thesis map. So there you're kind of looking at the student's organization. Find the counter arguments in it, if there's more than one. Locate where the student uses pathos to establish emotional connections, ethos to provide credibility, and logos to provide sources to back up her points. So then what I want you to do, instead of just bringing that to class like we did before, when we looked at the compare-contrast essays, you're going to have to type it out and upload it. So this link here is going to take you to assignments and give you a place to upload it. But if you go all the way down to this assignment, remember how I've usually put the files that you need down here. Okay, so let's see, it's way down at the bottom. You just have to look for it. So student argument example 1, here's the assignment itself. And I made it in a PDF, and I also made it in a Word document. So remember, if you go ahead and download that Word document, then you would be able to just type your answers there. Well, if it'll let me open it. There we go. Okay, so here's the assignment. All the stuff that I put in the module are right here again, all of the directions. And then here's the questions. Type the thesis statement. Do the support points in the thesis statement follow the thesis map? Show me how. Identify and type in the counter argument. List one example where the author uses pathos, one where it uses ethos, and one where it uses logos. So instead of us talking about this in class, you are now going to have to type these out here. Then once you save that, you will upload it to right here. Okay, so I'm not going to click on, well, I'll click on it right now. If I click on it, it's going to take me there. And then mine looks different than you, but it will take you to the activities assignments folder. Okay, so you know you can also get there just by going to that, right? Let's go back and check that out. So any of these folders where you have to submit work, you can just get it from here to assignments, just like you've done in the past. And then here's all of your assignments. So You can see I've got several new ones in here for you. The student argument example 1 and 2. We're also doing a statistics evaluation exercise, and that's coming up next. And then here's a couple more. So I will keep adding here as I create new assignments for you. Okay, so to review, to get to those assignment places to submit, it's under activities and assignments, or you can link to it through the module. Okay, right here's one. Okay, your responses to your peers are going to be due on Wednesday, and I put a PowerPoint down here. I know we looked at it in class, but there's a really short PowerPoint here that takes you through each step on how to access the discussions and how to upload your responses. So remember, you have to go to each student's response, each student's blog, and submit a comment there, and then take all those comments and put them together in discussions. Now, let me say something here. Right now, we've only got 4 active people doing the blog project. So if you guys could go ahead and look at all of the blogs, I will give you extra credit for doing that. Okay, you have to do a minimum of 3 students for the assignment, but if you go ahead and do the other student, well, actually, I guess that's what it would be, wouldn't it? If we end up getting more students who want to be a part of it, we'll take it from there. But let me go back. I'll take a look here really quickly. If we look over here, you're going to see the blog assignments addresses are here. So we have Dominique, Luke, and Nayali. Okay, so you guys are the only ones who are actively working on this. So basically what you need to do is just read everybody's blog each time, write your comments out, and then put those comments also in discussions. Here's how you get there. Again, go to activities, and right under assignments you'll find discussions. And then once you get there, here's all the directions. Here's the things you need to say in your post. And then you would open this and start a thread. When you start the thread, you will paste and copy and paste the individual posts that you made to each of your student peers' blog posts. Sorry, I'm having a hard time thinking right now. Okay, so, but that's all in the PowerPoint where we had it, where I just showed you. Okay, so down here you've got that PowerPoint. Okay, now the other main thing that I gave you, there's 2 more things I gave you this week. A second student argument essay, and then this is an exercise called Statistics and Number Battles. So what you want to do is go down here to the Evaluating Statistics exercise, and that's going to be right here. Again, you can either open up as a Word or a PDF document. In this exercise, I'll go ahead and do this just so you have a chance to look at it. I'm not going to be taking you through everything every week, but I think this first week it might be important. So it says to go to the D2L week, it's actually week 9 module. Then I have a screencast about statistics and number battles, and it's ways for you to think about statistics and evaluating websites. So watch that, and then here's the link right here you want to want to open up, and it is an article that you will be evaluating based on the information you get here. And you'll be evaluating it in this statistics evaluation worksheet. That worksheet then, once you figure it out, will be placed into a Word document or a PDF, and you'll put it in the assignments folder. Okay, so it's not hard to figure all that out, and everything's here. So here's the exercise, Word document and PDF, depending upon what you want to use. Here's the video screencast, and it's a link to YouTube. Here's my PowerPoint, and then here's the other stuff you need. Okay, I'm about to run out of time, so email me with questions and let's get going.